Oh, see, why has it keep gone blurry? I don't understand. Okay, good. Hopefully it stays okay. Hey guys, how you going? So today on BKRsport, we are here at Seabus Stadium on the Gold Coast for our tips for this week. I know I was too busy last week, and I know there's someone doing something. Who's going near my car? What are you doing, champion? I love doing my tips down here because you can hear just kind of what goes on at the stadium when there's no one here and there's no, game on, and you hear people banging away inside. But I'm pretty certain it's because they're putting a massive TV up in the corner, like a big screen compared to what we actually had before. So that's what you can actually hear right now. Today, guys, obviously we are going to be doing our tips as per usual, except for last week when I got too busy because Origin was on, obviously. The Mighty Maroons, baby. Boom, I did tip that right though. So let's just get straight into it and let's tip all 8 games. Now, obviously, guys, I'm going to be in Coffs Harbour this week. On Saturday, I'll be driving down there to have a good time and hopefully watch the Titans win by 70. We'll see how we go on that one. We'll tip that one in a second. But that means that Thursday, Friday, Sunday, I'll be streaming all the games. Saturday, I might be able to only stream the 3rd game of the night. But let's get into the tips for this week. First game, Dragons versus the Rabbitohs. And obviously, I got to watch my Titans get beaten by the Rabbitohs last week, which was not fun. But, I do think they're a pretty good team, man. They're not going to win the comp this year. Let's be honest. They're not going to win the comp this year, and they're probably going to make the 8. I don't know. It's a tough one. Obviously, there's a lot of teams around that area. We all see that. It's always, around that time frame where you start to see there's probably about 5-6 teams that are in between that 7 through till maybe 11 spot that could still compete. But then again, there is also a couple of woeful teams that we could probably rule out by now. But the Rabbitohs, they're going to be there contending. They're a pretty good team. They were pretty fast-paced here the other night. Dragons, on the other hand, I actually don't know how they're there. They're not that great for me. I think that they're not really going to be making that 8 this year, and I think they will fall a little bit. But with that being said, they are in the position that they are in right now. You can't lie about that one. They're there. But I'm going to take the Rabbitohs here. I'm going to take the Rabbitohs here. I think they are the better team, and I think they'll be a little bit more clinical with their pace. I reckon the pace is going to be the big job there. I think it's in Wollongong, or anyway, it's a Dragons home game, but I still think the Rabbits will be able to sneak that one away from home. Friday night footy, well, 6 p.m, arguably afternoon, but kind of night. Actually, it's winter now, so it's definitely night. Manly Seagulls versus the North Queensland Cowboys. This should be an interesting game, actually. Manly do get Cherry Evans back in, but then again, for me, I actually thought they looked pretty good with that Cherry Evans. I'm not going to lie, now Cherry Evans was good for Queensland, but I thought Manly actually looked pretty organised with that Cherry Evans, which is quite funny there. Manly, look, very similar teams to the Rabbitohs, that they have the quality to make the 8. Not that great, they're not that bad, they're kind of just like bang, right there. You get what you get. And look, I think at Brookvale, they probably should get the win here. But then again, the Cowboys, they've been looking all right so far this season. Look, I don't believe in their premiership credentials. I don't believe they're going to win the comp, but I definitely believe that they've proven me wrong, they've proven everyone, and they're going to continue to prove us wrong. And they probably are favourites for this game. Down there in Brookvale, they probably are. I am going to... It's so hard, you should take the Cowboys here. I should take the Cowboys. Shit, I don't actually know who I want to take here. Down at Brookvale too, I think there'll be a good crowd. I know, I'm going to take Manly. I'm going to take Manly as the home team, but honestly, this is a very tough game to predict. The Cowboys could easily win this one, and the Cowboys could actually win this one 13 plus as well. But I think Manly are going to want this one desperately, considering they are pushing for that top 8. They're very similar to a lot of those teams down there, and I think they're going to need a little bit more. So I'm going to take it to Manly, but I take a Manly close one. I take it to Manly the close one, not a big one. But take it a minute to close one, okay? Relax. All right, not big one. Just a small one, man. Just a small one. Oh, fun! Melbourne Storm versus the Brisbane Schmonkos. Here we go. Well, look, obviously with the Broncos full team, I'd see them still losing, but giving it a crack. But they've lost like Payne Haas, they've lost Herbie Farnworth, who I think is super underrated. I've been saying that for a long time now. Adam Reynolds not going to be there. There's a lot of players out with this Broncos team with the Storm. They're pretty rock solid right now. They're not the same team when they had every player here, there, everywhere. Exchange, Harry Grant, halfback, players out, Pappenhausen there, no one there. It's, the Storm have been a bit of a mess this year, but they're going to win this game, and I think they're going to win this game well. It's in Melbourne. I'm going to take Melbourne to win this one 13 plus, and I think the Broncos still would have lost this game with full team, but I would have taken Storm 1-12, because I think the defense of the Broncos is still quite solid, right? They're one of the better defensive teams in the competition. Well done for them getting past the Raiders, but then again, the Raiders at Suncorp, a little bit of a different story than Melbourne in Melbourne. We're going down for this one in Coffs Harbour. Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. at Sharkies. The Cronulla Sharks going up against the Gold Coast Titans, my mum's team versus my team. Well, Sharkies aren't exactly doing unbelievable at the moment. Not many people are believing them in this as much. Obviously, they came back against the Warriors. That's cool. That was the Warriors. the Sharkies have kind of, their stocks have really dropped off dramatically. And I kept telling you guys at the start of the season, they're not ready yet. They're a good team, they're a better team, they're going to be in the top 8, but they're not ready yet for those contention talks that people were wanking on about at the start of the year. Titans, on the other hand, well, obviously they're contenders, mate. They win the premiership. Titans by 70, mate. What do you think I'm going to do here, man? What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? One day I'll be right. One day I will be right. Maybe not if I keep going up in 10. So I said 40, and then 50, then 60. This time I'm going 70. Go the Titans. Go the Titans. On a real level, genuinely, I could see us winning this game. But on a real level as well, we haven't won a game in a long time, and we are now last place, which is super fun. Thank you, Parramatta, you dogs, literally, because you lost to the Dogs. But look, Titans by 70. You know, I think it's pretty reasonable. I think it's pretty reasonable. No. Oh, Warriors, New Zealand Warriors versus the Penrith Panthers, eh? Oh, dear me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, at least the Warriors will lead at some stage 12-0, maybe 6-0, because it's obviously the Panthers. Maybe they might not score anything and they might lose by 80, but at least there's a potential of them going up by 12-0. There's a potential. Probably doesn't happen. Panthers still probably win by 80, so it's either 80-12 or 80-0. But at least you've got those 2 tries, potentially. Huh? Oh, I hate so much Parramatta right now. How do you lose to the Dogs by 30? How do you lose to the Dogs by 30? But you beat the Storm and the Panthers. How is this possible? But with Parramatta, Parramatta is Parramatta. You understand what comes with Parramatta is Parramatta. And the Sydney Roosters, they're a better team than people give them credit for. Still, I keep telling you guys, the Roosters are a good team. They're coming, they're a better team than you think, but Parramatta know how to lose to the bad teams and beat the good teams. So this is actually a very difficult match to predict. Very difficult. I am going to say that I'm going to lean with Parramatta, as much as I don't want to. I'm going to say Parramatta. But don't you let me down this time, man. Don't do it to me. I think the Roosters probably, in my books, are favourites, but I think the Parramatta will bounce back from their stupid 30-point loss. Dogs, they put my team into last place. You stupid son of a bitch. Sunday afternoon footy, Canberra Raiders versus the Newcastle Knights down there in GIO Stadium in Canberra. I'm going to take the Canberra Raiders here, and I'm pretty convinced they're going to win 13 plus, to be honest with you. I think they've got good defense. I think they're a better team than the Knights. I have no idea why the odds are so relatively even. I think it's like $1.50, $2.80 or something like that. I don't really get that. I think the Raiders are a much better team than the Knights, and I think they're going to outdo them, outgrind them, and outbattle them in Canberra. It's pretty simple for me, but then again, if I lose, then cool. You know, it's not like I haven't lost before in tips, but, you know, I think that Canberra will get the job done here. I do. I think Canberra will get the job done. I bet you this is the biggest game of the weekend in regards to streams, because people mean it, you know. It's funny, you know. Bulldogs versus Tigers. Ooh. Tigers are actually last right now. Just want to remind everyone that. Titans do have the bye, and their form against is not good. So Bulldogs, don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me, Bulldogs. Don't you beat Parramatta and then lose to the Tigers. Because then, in 2 weeks, not only do you score the Titans, but then you go on to score the Titans again. Right, don't lose to the Tigers, please. For the love of God, dogs. I've been backing you in weeks when no one backed you in. And you proved me wrong and you proved them wrong. So please, for one time in your life, please prove me right and prove them wrong, man. Please prove me right and beat the Tigers, man, please. This is what the season's doing to me, guys. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind this season, right? I'm losing my mind. On a real though, I genuinely do believe the Dogs are a better team than the Tigers. I do. I think this will be a close game. I think it'll be 1-12 up, but I'm going to take the Doggies here. Outside of all the joking around, having a laugh, I do think the Doggies are probably going to get the job done here. But then again, it is the Canterbury Bulldogs. Actually, just quickly, can the Dogs go below us? Can the Dogs go below the Titans? Yeah, they can, actually. Yeah, they can. So I don't really care. I don't really care who wins this game. Just somebody smack the other team. I don't care if you shut up. I don't really care who wins this game. Tigers, Dogs, as long as they win by a decent amount of points, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man, because we can actually go out of the last place with either of these teams losing. I like it. I like it. That's going to do it for today. Thumbs up, subscribe, get around it, streams this weekend. Love your work, live your passion. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. And I'll see you guys for the streams. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.